So I'm going to do a little service here on this Emax 25 Mahindra. But first, I mentioned in the other video where I was just kind of talking about this tractor, I had a situation develop where the engine wouldn't start. It just would randomly happen, turn the key on, it turn over, but it wouldn't even smoke. So it's like didn't get any diesel fuel. And after searching on a forum, I read that there was a fuse that I think is for the fuel pump. That's what I read, and it doesn't have a tight fit from the factory. So sure enough, it took a while to find it. That's why I want to show it in case anybody else has this issue. So this is on the right side of the tractor, just below the air filter if you're sitting on it, and right here, you have to kind of take the tape off, and then there's a little blade fuse in there. And sure enough, when I took mine out, I'm sorry, but I don't want to untape this again, but just untape it, pull the cap off, pull the fuse out. It was loose. It was barely floating around in there. So just like the person that posted said, I bent the tabs, made it fit tighter, hope for the best, and it's not giving me a starting issue ever since. It starts every time now. So that because you stop working for me, I started getting worried. I'm out, fixing a ditch or something, and then you get stranded, whatever. So the next issue I had on this, which I imagine both of these may have been common or are common on a lot of these, was a axle seal. So the right side, no problem, didn't leak at all. The left side, after I don't know, a year and a half, it developed a leak, and it just continued to get worse. So let's see here if I can get, let me get down here. There it is. So what I did there, I finally figured out it wasn't the lips of the center of the oil seal that was leaking, it was the outside diameter of it. So what I did is I drained the oil level down in the tractor, the hydraulic oil. I jacked it up and just drained enough, and I saved the oil so I could reuse it in a real clean container. Just enough so when I took this wheel off and pulled this seal out, which I hoped was going to work, I wouldn't have a flood of oil. So once I did that, I just put in right here a couple flat blade screwdrivers just gently, and this thing just came right out, and I cleaned it up real good before all this. And as you can see a little bit here, you could see just a hint of some sealant on the outside diameter of this seal. And I thought maybe they meant to get that all the way around that, and they didn't. So I just got some good quality, gray silicone sealant, put it around there, real careful not to get it inside anything. Push the seal back in, let it cure up, put the oil back in, and that solved that problem. So it really was a pretty simple fix. On to the service. Gonna do an oil change here. Here's your oil filler cap. Your drain plug, which I already have out, fits there. Here's your plug. 17mm socket will get that, and check your crush washer if you need a new one, put that on. This time around I just ordered a oil filter kit, and it came with all the filters. I'm not going to do anything with the hydraulic oil per the maintenance schedule, which is pretty confusing in the book, but I did when mine was new. I have changed the hydraulic oil, and the first time I did it, they mentioned the oil sump screen, which I'll go around there and show that on the other side. I'll just check to make sure that's tight, stays not leaking or anything like that. So when I took out the oil filter screen, well, all the oil drained out on this screen, and it was clean as the day it came off the factory line, probably. So that was probably a waste, but it was here. Right there it is. And then broke that loose. It was pretty tight. I put new O-rings on it when I put it back in, but basically you pull that off, a big long screen comes out. You check it for debris, which, like I said, fine mesh screen. Mine was completely clean. So anyway, there's the drain plug for the oil, but by the time you get that out, you lose so much oil, you're basically changing the oil. So I think I went ahead and just drained all mine out, put brand new fluid in. There's a sight glass on the back of the tractor, which can't really see now because the backhoe's in the way, but it that's where your level ground is supposed to be, in the side glass window in between. The fuel filter, that looks kind of old, so I'll probably go ahead and do that again while I'm here. I've done that before. And then your gear oil is up here. You got a dipstick here. There's little drain plugs on both sides of the wheels there. There's one in the center there. I did all that at the 50-hour service, which was probably extreme overkill, but I did it anyway, and I went ahead and checked the levels. This thing, you gotta get it tighter than you would think to make it not leak on this one anyway. Your radiator fluid, make sure the engine's cool. I think that's just supposed to be up to the filler neck, and your fan belt. Give it a little wiggle, make sure it's not too loose. This one stayed tight. And then this gets dirty a lot, of course, the air filter. They say you can clean these. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a new one in. I usually keep one on hand. You just pop that up out of its bracket, pop these two clips off, pull the cover off. There's one down here. And just make sure you know when you take this off that it says top. And there's little marks here that your clips fit into, so get the cover on tight, otherwise you're not helping yourself much there. And this comes out. As you can see, this one's pretty dirty. We'll throw another one in there. And then beyond that, like if you have a front loader, grease fittings, there's quite a few of those. Make sure you hit those every now and then. You can check your battery. This is the factory battery, which has worked awesome for, I guess, almost 4 years now. It always is kind of leaking a little acid, and I have to keep cleaning it up, but it's maintained to charge and starts the tractor, so it works for me. And then if you have a backhoe, really check around. There's a lot, you got to kind of move it around some to get to all the grease fittings, and some of them, like there's one, hiding there. There's one down, I think you got to see it from the other side here. You got to spread those hoses apart down here, and you'll find there's another one in there. Just a couple little tricky ones, but make sure you hit those. And like I said, the side glass, I'll try. I can't really see it with this camera, with this phone camera, but it's right back here on the back of the tractor. Just, like I said, make sure you got some oil in the window there. And then your filler for your hydraulic oil is there. And I mean, that's pretty much it. You got your oil filter. Yeah, we didn't show that, did we? I got a CarQuest. Let's see, it's a, like, I had this cross reference, so it's a 85334. The blue one, I think, is the good quality, or the higher quality one that you want for this. And then, like I said, this time I just got the oil filter kit, so we'll go back to them here. Sorry about that. Got your dipstick here. Obviously, high and low marks. When you go back in with your new oil, I think the factor oil there is 1540. I have Shell Rotella in here now, but like I said, oil filter kit, nice and easy. And I got this at, not to plug them or anything, I'm not affiliated with them, just for convenience. The BillsTractor.net had a good deal, and I ordered there before, so that's a pretty good spot. Anyway, let me know if there's something I missed or you want me to add. I hopefully have this tractor around for a while, and we can address it that way. But that's what I'm going to do now with this service.